Hello, hello. Today we're going to be working on some Linux Lab. So I'm preparing for a Red Hat exam, and today we're going to be doing some challenges related to the exam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this window to the left side. Then we're going to put this here to the right. So we're going to have both of these showing. That way we can make sure that we are trying to get this done. Alright, so let's get these exams correct. All right, so let me see if I can try to get this ready for you guys. Show you guys both. All right, cool. All right, so the first challenge that we got for today, we're gonna do cat. Actually, you know what? Let's open up a new challenge. So challenge 1. All right, so this will be the first challenge, and let me try to get the little details for it that we can do. So the challenge for this one would be, these are the challenges that we have. Cool. All right. Let me go to root real quick so I can write these down for everyone. Okay, so we're going to do cat. Actually, not cat. Let's do VI. Alright, got insert mode. Alright, now that I got insert mode, let me copy and paste this. Cool. Alright, so if we do cat challenge 1. Alright, so the first objective we have is upgrade a package on host A, upgrade the HTTPD package to the latest release, and then lock the package. That's our first objective. So let's do that real quick. Not sure what's wrong with my video, just keeps coming in and out. So we can probably just do the video for now. All right, so let's do that first. So let's log in. I got the password. I got all the details that I need. So we get the details. So we're gonna get host A. Cool. All right, so host A. This will be the IP address. So we're gonna do SSH at cloud user at. Come on. All right, cool. So we're gonna be logging into this host real quick, and we're gonna do password. All right, so let's log in. It's logging me in to a Red Hat system. Okay. So next thing, I'm going to escalate my privileges to sudo. Using the sudo command. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right. So now the first objective was to update the HTTPD package. So the first thing we can do is do RPM QA. So this will basically check if it's installed. So as we can see, it's already installed in our system. So next logical thing to do is to upgrade our package because it's asking us to upgrade it. And then we're going to do yum upgrade httpd-y because y will prompt will say yes to the prompts when they ask if you want to install it or not. Okay, as we can see now that it's already installed. So the next thing you want to do, it says that dependency resolved, nothing to do. You want to check what the latest version is. So what I can do is do yum, and then I can do search httpd. and we can search for this actual package, and we can see what's the newest one. Over here we have 2.437. Let's double check. Doesn't give you that much details. I'm sure there's a way to do it. But first thing what I want to do is update all my packages, or update the repositories, not the packages. So we want to update the packages for the repository. As you can see here, it says it's filtered. So it's filtered out by exclude filtering. So it's basically being explicitly excluded. So we can see we have 2.37 here, and this one is 2.437 as it's a newer version. Actually, no, it's the same version. So we got -56. Let's see what we got. So I guess like that's the all these packages are excluded. Interesting. So I'm not getting the latest update. So what we can do here is go to the yum configuration. We want to check here. See if I see anything. Don't see anything here. So let me quit without touching anything. Let's try. Interesting. There's nothing here. Let me try nano because my editor doesn't sometimes show some of the characters on here. So let's try. Don't have nano installed, so let me install nano. -y. Nano. We're gonna install nano real quick. So come on, let's get this installed. Okay, cool. So nano is installed now. So now the next thing we want to do is to check the yum.conf. You know what? It's probably not under here, but that's the only configuration file that there is for it. Interesting. Something is not right. So let's do that again. So what we can do is check if version lock's enabled. So what version lock is, it pretty much locks the packages so it doesn't update, so it stays the same version. So if you download like version 2.1, 2.2 per se, or whatever the version was, it'll stay the same pretty much. So it's not gonna like go up or go down. So what we can do here is check for the version, see if version lock's installed. So we can do yum version lock and see if it's in here. Okay, so it does work. So it does show us the version lock. So let's delete HTTPD because it won't let us update it. The only reason I was checking on the actual like list, because sometimes you can have like you can actually put exclude equals HTTPD and it will basically not update it also. So it looks like we removed it because there was a version lock on it. So we can do yum upgrade HTTPD, and this should work. Yep, we can see that it's working. So we're going to upgrade it. All right, cool. All right, that's already done. It's upgraded. So for example, what I wanted to show you guys is if I use nano per se on yum.conf, I could do it manually. I could just go down here for the configuration and put exclude equals HTTPD. And if I did that, it'll be, oops, I'm thinking about it, it's Vim, but it's not. So if I did the same thing like I did earlier, as you see, it won't work either because I have excluded it and it won't let you do it. No packages. Even if I did like, let's say, yeah, so it says no packages for that, but let me just show you real quick. Go down here, we'll delete everything here. Okay. If I did it without that lock on there, let's see if it makes a difference, but exclude should exclude the package from getting any type of update. Or as you can see, it's different. You see how it shows. no match for argument, so meaning that it's not even looking for it. But over here it says that its dependencies are resolved, so it's up to date, so that's good. But so basically that was the challenge, was to upgrade HTTPD, and the reason we couldn't is because it had version lock on it. But it also says to keep it at that version. So basically what we're doing is that we're like taking it out of version lock, upgrading it, and then putting it back in version lock. So we can do version lock, HTTPD, and we're going to do add, because we're adding it back. Okay, so it's added. Now, what we can do is go back to our objectives, and let me double check our second objective. Our second one is examine an application. I'm gonna paste this again because I don't want to go back to my other server. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, that definitely did not work as expected. All right, as we see here, it says upgrade HTTPD package to the latest release, then lock the package. Okay, we did that. The second one is on host A. Review the Yaga app found in opt to see if it has any memory leaks. Save the report to opt reports as Yaga memcheck. Cool. So the first thing we want to do is download, install Valgrind -y. So Valgrind basically checks for memory leaks and stuff like that. So we're going to install it real quick. Okay, cool. I forgot the R in there. We're waiting for this to install. All right, cool. So now it is installed. So the next thing we want to do is we can check for the app. It said it's an opt. So let's change the opt real quick. Yaga app, that's it. So what we can do now is run Valgrind on the Yaga app. Valgrind, did I spell that right? Valgrind command not found. It's probably not in my path. So let's see. Cool. So I'll be more specific with it. Okay, I see why it's not working. It's not working because the Yaga app, it's basically, I have to be more specific of where it's located, which I did that just now. As we can see here, we're looking at a memory error detector. We're looking here, we can see 0, which is good. Alright, don't see anything. 0 errors, I don't see any leaks, but it does say 40,000 bytes, which is not good. So what we can do is run that command again, but we'll do leak check equals full. Okay, there it is. Okay, so now that we run this, we can check here. It says reachable blocks, those to which a pointer was found are not shown. I did do that. Alright, let's try that too. Show leak kinds. All. Okay, cool. You get a lot more data. Okay, cool. So we can see here that it shows you some of the blocks that are not reachable. So you see 8,000, 4,832, and if you add all of them together, it equals whatever's on the bottom. So in bin bash. So it looks like we did lose some blocks. It says 40,000 bytes and 496 blocks. All right. So now what we have to do is output that, and the way we can do that is use the man pages. And then we need to check how we can save that into a file, how to output it. You can use like, redirection, but I want to use the actual like commands that it already has, or the actual like flags that you can use. So log file, that's what it's called. So we can use log file. So we can do log file. So log file, and then we can do equals, and then we're going to put it in the opt reports directory. Cannot create log file opt as a directory. Yes, I know that it is a directory, but I think yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's a directory, so I need to be more specific. So I'm going to do Yaga memcheck. And if I run that, as we can see here, if I do ls, if I go to reports, if I do ls, we can see Yaga memcheck. And if I cat that out, we can see now that the file has been saved. All right, and then the next one is to, on host D, uncover CPU spikes. So we're going to do that on host D, check for CPU spikes. So we're going to have to log into it. So let me get the IP real quick for that, for host D. So I'm going to host D real quick. So I'm going to do sh.cloud user. We'll log into that one just straight from here. Makes it a lot more easier. Okay. Get the password. Cool. Yes, I trust it. Put the password in. Okay, just logging in. Now we're going to do sudo-i because we need to get a little bit more permissions because we're doing some system changes probably. We'll see what we come up with. All right, so off the bat, we can see that that we have 3 processes that's running, which is CPU, yes, and 69, 67, 65% on these 3 processes. So pretty much what it's saying is that the CPU is taking that much usage. But technically speaking, it depends on how many CPUs you have, because you can have a process that has 300% usage, right? And the reason that would be possible is because it has more than one CPU. So the next thing I want to do is check the CPUs. I want to see how much CPU we had, so we can do nproc. This will give us how many CPUs. So we got 2 CPUs. Okay, not bad. We check uptime. We can see it's 3.64, 3.51. So it's the 1, 5, and 15 minute mark. We can see that it's overloaded because if it has 2 CPUs, it pretty much means that it's a 300% usage. That's not good. As we can see here, these I'm not sure what CPU this one's on, but as you can see here, it's using 67% for these processes. So we're going to stop it, and how we can stop it. Let me just clear this. Let me quit. Escape, quit. Okay, cool. So what we can do is do PID of, and this will give us the PID of a process. As you can see, there's 3 PIDs, process IDs, and what we can do is make a for loop. So we can do I, N, and then what we can do is do command substitution. And what this entails is that when we run the PID of command, right, it outputs these 3 PIDs, the updated PIDs, right? And then it will give us those 3, so we don't have to like put each one in manually. And then what we can do is do kill -9, which is not a graceful. It's kind of like saying like, hey, you got to get out, and they just cut it off. So we're going to do kill -9, and then we're going to put $i because that's the variable that we used. And then we're going to do done, and if we do that, it should go through all 3 of them, and it should just kill them. As we do PID of, you can see it's gone. If we do top, we can see that now we just gained back our CPUs in terms of like it being used. Next thing we want to do is we want to like make sure this doesn't run again. So we can do change mod x, and we can do bin yes. We're just taking the execution bit off of it. All right, and that is task number 3. So we're done with all 3 tasks. All right, I'll be continuing with the other tasks on my other videos. I'll be streaming later tonight. So if you guys are interested, please subscribe and stuff. And if you have any like things you want me to do, I'm definitely open to it. Anything to do with Linux primarily, please let me know. And I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.